popped into the Memphis Visitor Centre to see the two kings, BB and EP, King of the Blues, BB King. So you can't lean on them or touch them because an alarm goes off. As Sean found out last time we came. So this is the statue that was originally on Beale Street. Sorry?
I was going to say I love the shirt. One of that shirt was on Louisiana and it's one of my favourite shirts of all time.
Yeah, this was originally at the end of Beale, but fans kept snapping off the tassels there to take as souvenirs, so they brought this one down to the comparative safety of the visitor centre and replaced it with the 50s model. So I prefer the 50s model anyway. So right across the street there is an important part of Elvis history. The Alice Auditorium was completed in 1924 and opened as the Memphis Auditorium and Market. Elvis attended gospel concerts, had his Hueys High graduation year in '53. Another occasion he attended the funeral for the two Blackwood brothers who died on the 2nd of July '54, just 3 days before he made his first single. Elvis appeared during concert '55, May '56. 1961, February the 25th, he played 2 concerts for charity here, which were his first concerts since the end of 1957. He was also here for the awarding of the JC's 10 Outstanding Young Men of America Award on 16th of January 1971. The Cook Convention Centre was built adjacent to the Ellis in '74, and the Ellis was eventually demolished in 1999 for that new structure to be built in its place. Another important event that occurred here was the meeting between Elvis, but mainly Tom Parker, Sam Phillips, Bob Neal, and I believe Oscar Davis, Colonel Tom's promotion man, was also there. It took place after Elvis's concert appearance in February of '55 at Palumbos Restaurant, number 81 Poplar. The location of Palumbos was actually at Ellis on the corner there. On this corner you had a furniture store, and Palumbos would have actually been somewhere where these railings are. Right about here there's an old aerial photo of this area, and you can quite clearly see the shape of the roof of the furniture store. Next door there's a definite, for want of a better word, a small kink that goes up. The aerial photo that's looking southwards, you can see the definite outline of the roof of the furniture building next door, and that would place Palumbos here. 81 Poplar. So that's where the meeting where Colonel Parker, shall we say, sealed the fate of Elvis. Colonel Tom Parker had shown interest in Elvis from as early as, well, Colonel Tom Parker had actually known about Elvis as early as October of 1954, after Bob Neal encouraged his promotions man Oscar Davis to attend a show at the Eagle's Nest, and Oscar Davis must have been mildly impressed enough just to at least pass on the name to Tom Parker. Colonel Parker was known to actually see Elvis himself at the Louisiana Hayride. Whether he actually spoke to Elvis is open to debate, but by February he was willing to book some gigs for Elvis with his wider contacts. He could get better paid gigs at bigger venues through his jamboree attractions, which he was in partnership with Hank Snow. Of course, eventually Hank Snow was, excuse the pun, frozen out, but from from this meeting on the 6th of February 1955 here at Palumbos Restaurant, Colonel Parker started booking dates for Elvis on his Jamboree attractions with the Grand Ole Opry Tour, which played bigger venues. He was still playing the smaller venues that Bob Neal had already booked him into, still doing high schools, but started taking on a few auditorium gigs as well. Coming to the junction with Main and Adams, and there on the corner is the former Claridge Hotel. And you see here on February 25th, 1961, a charity luncheon was held in Elvis's honour, and it preceded Elvis's 2 performances at the Alice Auditorium that day. Just opposite is Memphis City Hall. Elvis attended City Hall many Christmases to hand out cheques for charity, most famously on 17th of December 1963 when he handed cheques over $50,000 to local charities. Not sure if that's the City Hall that he actually attended then, because I think this opened after that date, but where the original would be I don't know. I don't know if it would have been down in the Shelby County offices further down that way, which we'll be passing later. Down here we've got the Shelby County Courthouse. This is perhaps known in Elvis circles as on 19th of October 56 Elvis was cleared of assault charges here after his altercation at the gas station with Ed Hopper and an attendant on Gayoso the day before. So you're in Hueys, where the tradition is to get the toothpicks, stick it in the ceiling. So all the kids are trying to shoot them up with straws. Southern Philly cheesesteak at Hueys. Looks good. Last night in Memphis.
Oh, here I am. Hello.
Last night in Memphis.
Yes.
So, how do you think? It has gone quick.
What do you
6
think?
nights.
6 nights, yeah.
6 nights in Memphis.
It has gone quick. Yeah, it's been good fun though. Enjoyed. Flipping hot.
We do like Memphis.
It's really hot. Even now, it's hot.
So anyway, tomorrow morning we're off back down into Mississippi. Back down to
Elvis.
Below.
Elvis's birthday.
To Below tomorrow morning, so right. Leave it there now.
Bye.